Taurus, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates, or you know it will in the future, because obviously it hasn't happened yet, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What is happening for the beautiful Taurus this week? Firstly, you have the Seven of Cups, daydreaming, illusions, delusions, procrastination station. Who knows? There's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of stagnation or staleness. Okay, I don't know what this card means. This is called the Three Hairs. This specific tarot deck has these extra cards in it that I never actually studied or have read into. So, yep. The number 3 might be significant, or rabbits or hares. I'm actually pretty sure this is something about luck, but I really feel like you could be seeing 333 a lot. But yeah, there's something about luck here. There's something about things kind of... I'm getting something about a love triangle also come through, which is random. Okay, sorry, moving on. 5 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Wands. So as always, I'll talk you through these cards first a bit more and then clarify and get more out of them. 7 of Cups. I feel as if a lot of you are going to be finding yourselves very spaced out this week. Even if you're very busy and on task, you're just kind of... I don't know why I'm getting something about a bubble. You're in your own little bubble. You're in your own little zone. I feel as if what I want to say about that is it's not that you're busy and on task. People around you are very busy. People around you are very much... if you work in a space where a lot of other people are, they're on it. They're in the energy of like... which is very interesting because I feel like this is almost like usually it's the other way around. You're very task focused, you're very much doing your job and everyone else's. Now suddenly this week maybe you're burnt out or something because you're very spaced out in your own little bubble away with the fairies, but people around you are getting on with everything and it almost feels like you're being left behind. But I want to remind you, you're not being left behind and it's only temporary. There's this energy around you, it's temporary, this bubble will pop, and if anything it's because you're burnt out, it's because you need a break, it's because you need to kind of stop and breathe, take a breath and really make sure that you're not I don't know, it's almost like you were outworking everyone in the room but getting no credit for it. It was like, what was the point? What was the point? Because if this is about your job, they'll replace you in a day if you don't come in tomorrow, and you would like you were exceeding what you were there to do. You were doing your job and 10 others, and it's like now you're like, whoa, overwhelmed, burnt out. Why am I actually putting all this effort in? I think there's this pullback of you going, well, my energy isn't actually appreciated. I'm going to actually hold it in and save it for something that I will actually be gratified for, or yeah, like there's something where your energy was not being valued, the amount of energy you gave at least, and so now you're saving some of it for yourself, and that's to begin with looking like this buffering zone of how much energy do I give. Like you have to stop for a second and remind yourself, slow down, save your energy for the things that matter. Then you have the 3 hairs. Again, I have no clue what this is, but it feels very lucky. It feels very serendipitous. I'm getting something about like I'm seeing like a football pitch for some reason, like a grass. Some of you, do you play football? I'm not sure, but there's like something really lucky around. Maybe you're going to a football game. Do you bet on football games? I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know anything about sport. But 3s are significant. You're going to bet on number 3 or something. Maybe it's horse racing, because I'm just seeing a grass field. But then like number 3 and luck. And I'm just tying that all together as betting. But it might not be anything to do with that. 5 of Pentacles here. This is feeling left outside in the cold. You're not. Some of you are so used to being ignored, left out in the cold, not included There's something happening this week where I feel as if you are, with the Nine of Wands right next to this, wounded warrior. You've been hurt in the past. You've been pushed away, left outside in the cold in the past. So there's something here where you're getting almost like a taste of that, or a reminder of what happened in the past, and assuming it's the same situation, but it's not. This is a complete different situation, and not only that, you're a complete different person. So you're going to handle it different even if it was the same. However, it isn't. It looks like it's painted in these colours. It looks as if you're left outside in the cold, but that door is unlocked. The door is just shut at the moment so the snow doesn't get in, if that makes sense. So there's just this energy of you being like, oh look, they locked us out. They've just shut the doors because they don't want the bad weather in. They've not locked you out. They're not, I don't know what that's about. I feel like there's something here. There's maybe a relationship, someone you're in a connection with, where you're like, oh, they've frosted me out. And it's like, no, they just don't want to let you, there's some type of storm going on in their life, and they're trying to keep you safe from it by shutting you out. And so you're in this wounded warrior as well. You're both kind of bouncing away from each other in order to protect yourselves. Because it's like you're going, they're pushing you away, but they're not pushing you away, they're just keeping you at arm's length to protect themselves. Others of you, this could be actually you doing this to someone else. You're frosting someone out, you're making someone feel like they're left out in the cold, but you're actually just trying to protect them from you, or you're trying to protect, like, there's just drama there. And you're both, I feel like there's this huge energy around your, I was going to say presence. There's a huge energy around your presence, around you at the moment, of maturity, and someone else around maturity. And I feel as if because of the mature nature of a situation, you're both trying to avoid drama that's unnecessary. However, I feel like there is needed to be a little bit of drama, a little bit of communication, a little bit of understanding brought to a situation. And for that to be brought, for that to be spoken, for that to be brought to the surface, could come out in ways of drama, whether that be to begin with fighting with someone, airing your side of something, and then realizing, oh, we both have fair perspectives and this is completely like fair on their side and my side, we're both doing the same thing. But if you can't understand where someone's coming from, if you don't speak to them, and you're assuming, and I feel like someone else is assuming as well, there's a lot of assuming going on. Clarify the Seven of Cups. Clarify the Seven of Cups. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, this is like exploring, this is spontaneity. With the Seven of Cups, you are in this idea zone, you're in this daydreaming mode of where do you want to go. Some of you, this is about traveling with the Page of Wands, and you're trying to figure out where you want to travel to, but you're kind of like, oh, I've got my normal destination, or I've got where I've been before, where I'm expected to go, but I also kind of want to go here, 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 and here. There's a lot of traveling, there's a lot of exploration to be had. I feel as if you're actually going to go to multiple places, sightseeing or something. Clarifying the the three hairs, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is choice, left or right. It's also should you stay, should you go, and it's also travel. Notice the big world. So with the three hairs there, I just feel as if there's luck with you. There's luck and protection upon you. Whichever direction you go in the direction you feel most called, most excited about. Because at the end of the day, there is no wrong way. And I just feel as if you're going to have a lot more fuel and passion and energy if you choose the path that most excites you and lights you up. You're going to get further down that path with, you know, more fuel in your system because you're more excited about it. Whether or not it's right on paper, whether or not people around you think you're making the right choice, there's luck on your side as long as you do what excites you and makes you a little bit scared. It's that nervousness, that energy. I also wanted to say that anxiety for a second. I usually hate that word for some reason, but there's something where like just personally, nothing to do with but it's just like there's something where your fear, your anxiety is lighting you up in the direction, it's putting fuel in your butt to go further. So don't choose something because it scares you less. Choose the thing that scares you a bit more, that excites you a bit more. You're going to get further down that path than you expect. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. You have the Tower. amazing, amazing drama. Like I said, so there's this assuming happening between you and another soul, and this could be a best friend, a best mate, or a relationship. There's a feeling of being left out, misunderstood, and just frozen out. And I was like, there needs to be drama, there needs to be an ending to this, and the only way there's going to be an ending to this is for it to be brought to light, rather than you both sitting in this cold zone of not wanting to put a foot forward and waiting for the other person. You're both just sitting outside in the cold for no reason. Drama! It's going to be shaken up. And the thing about the Tower, it's kind of the universe intervening because you're not moving. There's something where you and another person are both waiting on the other, and the only way that this is going to end is if the universe intervenes in some dramatic transformational way, whether that be, oh, suddenly, you know, we're frozen outside, you're forced into the snow, you're stuck right next to them. You're stuck right next to them in a little ditch. That's the Tower. That's like a dramatic way. Again, like the universe is going to make it so you are stuck and have to air out your differences with someone, or air out the unspoken, whatever you were assuming. You're going to find yourself basically, I think, in proximity to someone that you are trying to avoid, because you've assumed a certain story, or they've assumed a certain story about you, and then you are upset that they've assumed it, and it's like both of you, it's time to move forward, it's time to, it's very like protection mode. You and this person both have your hackles up, or your spikes up or something to protect yourself, and it's very much like this Tower is going to make you, it's almost like somebody else also, this could be somebody else intervening, and they're the Tower, they're the universe. It's kind of like they have this inspiration, they know that you and this person need to sort your crap out, and they're going to lock you two in a room until you sort out your differences. That's this kind of energy, and you're both not going to be happy about this to begin with. You're not going to be happy about stuck outside in the cold with them. You're not going to be happy about whatever it is that happens. But at the end of the day, it's going to burn down the assumptions and bring back clarity and a fondness and a bond, or something that's a lot stronger between you both, instead of you're both like very similar, and so you're both assuming the same things because you've been through things in the past where the worst has happened or something. And now there's this Tower moment of, I don't know what this is about, but it feels really nice because it's like, there you go, the sun. The sun is clarity, the sun is the happiest card in the deck, the sun is joy, the sun is just happiness. It lightens up all the other cards. So this isn't as heavy as it sounds. There's basically just a misunderstanding or too much assuming and not enough clarity, and the sun is clarity. The sun is, there's going to be exposure and clarity, and you might feel even like overly understood, or too, like, some of you are like, oh, I just spoke too much, I wish I hadn't have said that much, or something like that, because you're going to be overly seen and you've not been understood this much. You've been left out in the cold, people assume the worst, and suddenly someone sees you and sees your light and sees your positivity and sees you for who you are, and that's like daunting. To be seen in the sunlight when you've only been seen in this kind of just this little church window in the dark, and then to have the full-on sun on you, where someone can see every single thing of you, every single insecurity, every single part of you that you tried to hide in the dark is going to be seen in the sun, and that is scary. But why hide behind a wall? Why hide yourself? You're meant to be seen. You're here for a reason. If you weren't, you wouldn't be here. So I'm going to wrap this reading up here. Thank you so much for reading. If anything I said resonated, or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I will see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tall Tarot Tuesdays.